Getting us all set to go. This is just a quick reminder that you will be able to do everything that is on this plan with your own body weight. If you do have a pair of dumbbells, that's great. I will show you ways that you can utilize the dumbbells in this plan. I do record all of these routines as well, so you can always get these routines on the Sequence YouTube channel. The YouTube channel just says like the specific exercise channel playlist. And I am typically joined in these sessions by bumper to ball. Come on. Hey, this is the only reason why people come, bud. He's scratching himself. Here he comes. Hey, you can't just lay down. I said that I'm gonna include you in on here. Yeah. He joins me. If you have a beautiful dog, you can use them as resistance too for as long as they let you. This is going to be about as long as he'll let me, but you know, he hangs out by the mat. So almost all of today's routine is going to be in a standing position, or if you're scout, in a seated position. I'm just going to pop this thing up just a little bit and twist it. All right. So the first thing that we're going to do is just going to be some neck circles, okay? So for the neck circles, all we're gonna do is we're just gonna go 5 in each direction. This is gonna be standing. And once you get done with 5, you can go ahead and switch over to the other side. Try not to be dizzy. He's a really itchy dog. Why are you always scratching yourself? It's because you got all that hair and no comb. I took him to the vet, and the dentist said, we can do a teeth cleaning. It's just $1,500. Why is your dog's teeth more expensive than a human's teeth? I don't know. All right, so what we're going to be doing next is Ideally, you're gonna have a wall or a chair for just a little bit of support for this warm up. So what you're going to do is we're going to bring our foot up, and we're gonna go 2 of these, and then you're gonna switch over to the other side. So it's just gonna be up, then it's going to be go out as far as you can comfortably. This is tough, so I just want you to do this your best. It's a good range of motion exercise. So we're going up, out, we're gonna rotate and come back to the starting position. Up, out, try to get a little bit of rotation, come back to the starting position. So we're gonna do 2 of those, and then we're going to switch over to the other side. Again, this is like, it doesn't need to be perfect, it's just really about can we control the hip. So we're gonna go up, out, rotate, and then come back down. Up, out, rotate, come back down. Okay, then let's switch over to the other side. So we're going up, out, rotate, come back down. Up, out, and even if this is as much as we can get into this, that's totally fine. Rotate, come back down. We're gonna do one more warm-up exercise. We'll run through the warm-up again. So we'll do the neck circles, we'll do that hip movement, and then we're going to do arm hugs, which is the third thing that we're going to be doing. So arm hugs, we're just, give yourself a hug. We're going to go 10 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So just going through this one more time. It's going to be the neck circles, that hip drill, and then the arm hug. So here we go, just 5 neck circles. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so hand on the wall, and we're gonna go, so it's back to that hip drill. So it's up, out, rotate, come back down. One more, then we're gonna switch over, up, out, rotate, and then come back over. All right, let's go to the other side. So we're going, again, keep your hand on the wall, up, out, rotate, come back up, out, rotate, come back up. All right, and then last one before we get into our routine is just gonna be those arm hugs. So when we get into our first circuit, it's going to be 3 exercises that's really going to focus on our hamstrings, ending with a little bit of a balance focus. There's 3 different exercises, so if the last one feels challenging, what I want you to do is just stick with the middle one. So I'm gonna run you through the 3 that we're going to do. Again, if your last one is challenging balance-wise, just stick with extra reps on the middle one. So the first exercise that we're going to do is going to be a Romanian deadlift. You can do this with no weight, that's totally fine. Or you can put weight in both hands, or you can hold one weight basically in the middle like this. Again, I think that this one is the most technically challenging exercise to get down. So if you basically just want to go body weight and focus on technique, I think that that's a good idea. I wouldn't load this up too much. I would just focus on getting it down. So the Romanian deadlift looks just like this. Push your hips back, keep your back nice and straight. Now, there's 2 stopping points here that you can think of. Stopping point number 1 would be, let's say I have a really big hamstring stretch right here, or maybe I'm starting to lose control of my back, starts to go into flexion. We want to be able to keep our back nice and straight. That will be when you would come up, okay? So we're going back just like this. Go with whatever range of motion you feel comfortable with. And then the last thing is when you come up, it's going to be important. So squeeze your butt. A lot of people make the error of they come up and they lift with their back. They go into extension with their back like that. So we're pushing our hips back and squeezing our butt at the end. That's number 1. Number 2, all we're going to do is we're going to take a very small baby step backwards. It's okay for this one specifically if you want to just go body weight, and we're going to do the same thing, but now we're on one leg, okay? And that's going to be 5 on each foot. We're going to switch over, do 5, and now I'll show you the one that's going to be a little bit more challenging. If you want, you can stick with what we just did, the middle one, or you can drop the weight and just practice technique on this. Or if you feel like you can just go ahead and do it, then I would say just go ahead and do it. So it's a single leg deadlift. So for this foot actually comes up off the ground. Try not to kick a dog if it's behind you, and then we're coming straight back up. So if you want to try this, I'd recommend trying it just body weight first, but you can also do the option where you have your foot down, okay? All right, so let's get into it. It's going to be 10 Romanian deadlifts. It's going to be 5 on each foot, just like that. If you decide to stick with this one for the next round, just do 5 more on each foot. If you want to try to do the single leg one, by all means, go for it. Just make sure that you're safe about it. You can keep your hand by a wall for support as well. All right, we're gonna go through 3 rounds of these. Here we go. Ready? 1, squeeze your butt at the top. 2, 3, 4. If you have like a mirror that you can look at too, that's fantastic, because I think that the big thing here is, do we know if we're keeping our back nice and straight? So again, always go with a range of motion that you feel like you're in control of, okay? 8, I think, I'm bad at counting. 9, and 10. Okay, so next one is gonna be, I'm gonna step back with my left leg, and it's a soft leg bend, and then come straight back up. So from this side, it looks like soft leg bend, pushing my hips forward. And we're going for 5 of these. This one is definitely a technically challenging one, so if you just go with like that range of motion, that's fine. It's really all about I'm pushing my hips back, I'm trying to keep my back nice and straight. Once you get done with 5, switch over to the other side. Another way to think about it is it's like you're almost going into a position where you would be sprinting out from. So I'm pushing my hips back, trying to make sure that I'm not like that, and then I'm coming right back. And again, don't worry if you're not perfect. at this right away. This is why we do this either just body weight or lightweight, because it gives us a chance to learn and then eventually get better. And then this is one that you can practice over time. So if you did have weight, I'm going to show you what I'd recommend if you are going to do the single leg deadlift. If you're not going to do the single leg deadlift, just go ahead and do exactly what we were doing before. So I put the weights down. All I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, I'm going to tap, and then I'm going to come right back up. You can also put your foot down in between, so it might look like this. Foot goes down and then repeat, or you can try to keep your foot up the whole time. Do whatever feels comfortable and right to you. So we're going to go 5. You can take a quick break, and then we're going to run through this again. Here we go. 1, I'm on my left foot first. 2, 3, and it's not an easy one. 4, as I touch the wall, and 5, and then go ahead and switch over to the other side. Again, it's okay if you want to do this variation again. Do whatever feels comfortable to you, even if that means you're doing the Romanian deadlift with both legs again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Yeah, so again, take a quick minute break. And for anyone too that hasn't joined any of our other live events, I'd really encourage you to do it. It's on the same exact page that you registered for this class. If you're just watching this asynchronously, again, you can just go to Sequence, the homepage. You'll be able to see all the other live opportunities that are available to you. All of these live opportunities usually include Scout, joining my workout groups. You would hate to be my weight for Romanian deadlifts, wouldn't you? He needs a haircut bad. Our barber that's right next to us closed. It takes us like, what does it take us, like an hour and a half to shave you? Because I don't know how you got that much hair on you. It's insane. All right, back to our Romanian deadlifts. Here we go. 10, and then these guys. And then if you are doing the single leg ones, we'll go with that variation. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't forget, squeeze your butt at the top. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, great work. And we are moving to 5 on each leg. Again, if you're starting, this does work your back as well. If you are starting to feel it more in your back, not specifically your lower back, but your erectors, which run down your spine. If you start to feel that there, and it's getting a little tight, that is kind of natural, but what you can do to make sure that that's not, uncomfortable is just go ahead and do the rest of these ones body weight. All right, here we go. 5. 1, 2, 3. So we're really working on getting our hamstrings stronger. 4, getting our glutes stronger. 5, and switch. We're working on balance, which is important as well. And just by not letting our knee track forward, so I'll hide these so you can see. So my knee's not moving forward, and that's usually where people experience any kind of knee discomfort, like with the squat. And the good thing is having the back side of your leg stronger really helps with knee control too. And then this one's kind of like the ultimate knee control, this single leg deadlift. So again, if you feel like that's too tough on balance, go ahead and just do the variation that we've just done. Repeat it for 5 more. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this one gets a little bit easier too with repetition. You get in the groove of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 5. All right, take a minute and we're gonna do this one more time. You know, if you're watching this live or if you're watching this asynchronously, what also would be great, and I'll probably send out an email for this to everybody too, is, you know, I'd love to hear if there's more groups that you'd love to see, more or better times for these groups. So I'll probably send an email out for that, but if you feel like you could just message your care team with any kind of input, maybe something else that you'd like to see with an exercise plan, that would be great. Just as a reminder, I think whatever we end up including in this, we will continue to have recorded. My goal is just to have almost an entire playlist of videos that people can go and use that are really specific to them. All right, here we go. One more round of this. Remaining deadlifts, that split stance deadlift, and then the single leg if that's your option. Here we go. Ready? 1, maybe a scout only channel. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, awesome. Back to the split stance, 5 on each foot. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you know, one way you can always, because these are recorded, I put them on both my station, I put them on the sequence station as well. So you can always, you know, make a note. What did I use for this? Was it just my own body weight the first time I did it? Run it through again, and then say, okay, now could I do this with like 2.5 pounds? Could I do it with 5 pounds? Was I struggling with my balance for the single leg one, and now am I able to do that more easily now? Those are things that you really should be focusing on with exercise. It's not just, you know, is this like a great vehicle for weight loss? Is this helping me get better? Like, am I improving? Ooh, that last one was a little bad. Am I getting better at these specific exercises? And, you know, is that translating over to real world things? Are stairs getting easier? I heard someone say they did, you know, a 6-mile hike that they never could have done 4 months ago. So that's why we do these things as well. I think that was 5. I was chatting a lot. So that is your 3 rounds of our first circuit. Our next circuit, we are going to be doing 2 rounds of everything. We're going to do a deadlift. So for the deadlift, we're going to hold the weights at our side. So you just did a Romanian deadlift, which looks like this. The deadlift is more, I'm still sitting back, but I'm actually bending my legs more, okay? That's just the range of motion that I want you to go with right now. Is we'll go until our hands go just below our knees and then come right up. I'm going to hold weight on each side. You don't necessarily have to do that. That's fine. The next one that we're going to do is the only one that probably does require some weight. So if you have 5s or 2.5s, that would be great. You could use that. So a couple options here. We're going to go curl, press out, come back in, down. So from this side, it's curl, press out, come back in, and down. If you have maybe a pair of 5s and holding that in each hand is a little difficult, go ahead. Just hold one weight, curl, go out, come back in, and down. It's going to be 10 of those alongside with our 10 deadlifts. And we're going to do an oblique standing crunch. So it's going to be put our hand like this, drive our knee up like that. And we're going to go 5 on each side. So switch over, and it's going to be 5 right there. So I'm coming down just like that. Okay? 10, 10, 5 and 5, 2 rounds of this, and then we will actually be down on the floor for a quick cool down, okay? So first deadlift for 10. Here we go. Ready? And go. So we're just bending our legs a little bit more. So you're actually going to get a little bit more quadriceps for the front of your legs involved in this movement. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You're doing better spinning these, right?
8, 9,
Run back.
and 10. All right. I'm just gonna mute that. Okay, so next is gonna be the curl to the press out. Here we go, so ready? 1, 2, 3, going at your own pace though. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. You can put the weights down, and we're going to be doing that oblique crunch. Okay, so it's 5 on each side, so hand behind your neck. Thinking of driving up like this and bringing my elbow to meet my knee. So that's 1, 2, a little bit of balance here as well. 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then other side. Here we go. 1, and we're almost there. 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So we take a quick break. We're gonna run through this one more time. Last round, then we're gonna be down on the floor. Just a quick cool down, little glute stretch, and then some breathing, and then you can get on with your day. All right, last one. Again, weights at my side. Just from the front side. Big thing with the deadlift, it's not so much of an issue as it might be in the squat, is we don't want our knees to collapse in like this. That's a lot more common in the squat, but just something to be aware of. The big thing here is we want to keep our back straight, okay? So going down, range of motion that you feel comfortable with, squeeze your butt at the top. 2, 3. It's been so muggy here that every workout I just feel like I'm sweating excessively. 5, 6, 7, squeeze your butt, keep your back straight. 8, 2 more. 9, and I like this one. This is a good way to still hit the front of your legs without really putting too much stress on the knee. Okay, so now we're back to the curl to the press out. So again, if you want to use 1, that's totally fine. I'm using 2. Up to you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. All right, and then last core one, it's that standing oblique crunch, 5 on each side. Here we go, and then we're gonna be down on the mat. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then other side, and then we can just go ahead and lie right down on the mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so we are going to be down on the floor. Just a nice little cool down. So let's bring our left knee into our chest. I'm already sore, so this feels good. And as soon as you're ready, what I'm gonna have you do is just switch over. We'll bring our right knee into our chest now and just squeeze. And then the last one that we're gonna do, we'll run through this one more time, is we're gonna bring both knees in. And then let's just run through that one more time. So left knee only. And then right side. And then go ahead and bring both in. And then what I'm going to have you do is just 5 deep breaths in. You can close your eyes, breathe in through your nose, then out through your mouth. Be glad that you showed up, whether that's live or if you're watching this online later and doing it. Again, any feedback as to what classes and what times you'd like to see these classes. would be really beneficial. One more deep breath in. And then you did it. All right, so thank you very much for those who showed up live, and then for those who are watching it as well. Yeah, if you're watching this on the Sequence channel too and you haven't subscribed, please do. There's a lot of other great stuff on there as well. I'm Justin Comp, didn't introduce myself yet. I'm the fitness lead here at Sequence. I hope to see you all at the next one. All it takes is you just need to register and you'll be good to go. All right. I'm sorry, I don't have Scout right now. I know. All right. I gotta hop on a call. Thanks for coming. Hi, Greer. Let me see.
Thanks, Justin.
All right, maybe I'll see it. I know I'll see it some of the other ones later. I saw your name on the list, so yeah. Yeah. All right. Oh, you're on mute. Oh, you're on mute.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like this one because it was standing up and I could do
That's-
all of it at work.
Yep, that was some of the feedback on that one. So yeah, I tried to make them mostly standing. Well, all right. So I'll see you at any number of these meetings later, right?
Exactly.
All right, perfect. Good to see
Have
you.
a good day.
You too. Bye.